Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 editor tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create this lava rising map. So as you can see now, the lava is rising and it burns this marine right here as it gets up to this ground level. It's very similar to a mission you see in Wings of Liberty, so that's what I was just trying to create. So yeah, I think we'll just hop right into it. Let's see how you make this. So first of all, we have to create a new map. See, new. Just create a melee map. And Wings of Liberty, that works fine. Great jungle. I'll just take char. And all we need right now is just a small island. So we can just remove all of this terrain here. So, and we also need a ramp. That's the only two things we need. It's a little small ramp here. And just to demonstrate this damage, or what I was. Well, or whatever. We have two marines. This guy is going to get burned, and this guy's not. Just to check, just to make sure it works. Yeah, let's go in and create some lava. Take the char lava. Just paint it all over here. And adjust the height of this to just about there. That's fine for the default height. Let's go in and press edit water and add a new state. So we have to create different states of the lava, just to you know, to the point where it's rising and falling down again. So we have the base, we have the default level, which is 3 in height, and alternate setting 1, which is it's gonna be 7.35. That works fine. And add another setting that's gonna be 8.5. Just paint this. Doesn't really matter. Just a minimap here. Yeah, so we have all our settings here: the default, the alternate, and setting 2. Let's just start it at default, and let's go into the trigger. No, let's go into data first and create a damage effect, lava damage. Press adjust, and effect type should be damage. About 10 damage or 15 would be fine. And the where is it? Type. I guess the type. Nope, it's not. Where is it? The death. Oh, sorry. The death should not be normal. It should be fire. So we see the marine lit on fire when he enters the lava. Yeah, that's it. Actually, in the I can just save this real quick, and let's go into the trigger editor. So this is where we do all this stuff with the lava. So delete all of this in the beginning. And let's create a new trigger. Let's call this lava countdown. Countdown. And yes, initialization. We have to. Okay, so we have a wait action. So this is the time it takes for the lava to rise, or to begin to rise, I should say. So this is 15 seconds, and then the lava begins to rise, and then we should run. Search for run and press trigger out here. Yes, and choose run trigger. We're gonna run the lava countdown. I think this is it. Oh, we're gonna copy this wait action, delete it in here, and paste it here. So that's the countdown timer. And then we're gonna create a trigger called lava rising, and a trigger called lava damage. And the lava damage has to be initially off, just because the lava just is not it's not up here in the beginning. It's not on this level in the beginning, so the marine should not take damage when the lava is not up here, if that makes sense. So this should be on, or sorry, off in the beginning, and here we have to create. What are we going to create? Environment, and set water state. Set water char from default. So here we're gonna set it to setting 1 over 6 seconds or so. So it will begin to rise right there. We could also add a camera shake while we're at it for 10 seconds. For player, well, assuming that you have more players in your map, you can just pick each player in all players and change this from 1 to picked player. And we have to edit the strength to 0.01, just because then the camera will shake very violently if we don't. And change this direction to XYZ, so the camera will shake in all directions. And let's create a wait action. Wait 10 seconds to match the camera shake with 10 seconds. And let's create, what was it? There was something. Yeah, a text message. Text message, just to display a warning. Warning. Lava is rising. And after that we can copy, paste this, and shake it for the camera for 0.05 in strength. That works fine for me, I think. And we should change the water state, or the lava state in this particular instance, to setting 2 over 1 second. And we also have to turn on the lava damage trigger, so turn on, and that's not what it is. Give me a sec. Go to triggers, turn trigger on off, and pick the lava damage trigger, and it should be turned on. And then we're gonna make some triggers in here. So in the lava damage, click on events and create a new event called timer periodic event here. So every 0.5 or 0.5 seconds, we are gonna pick each unit in the entire map, and we're gonna make some conditions. So if then else condition, pick it right there. If then else, let me make a condition, and let's search for what it was. Ground. No, it's height or height. Height of point. Height at point. If ground height at position of picked unit, because we picked the units in the entire map, is equals to, no, not equals, we are going to change this to less than or equal to 8.5, because that's the height of the lava when it gets up here at this level. So if it is less than that. If the unit is on that ground level or less than that ground level, it will damage the unit. So we're gonna search for an effect. Create effect on unit from player. Find your lava damage on target. It's gonna be picked unit from player 15 because player 15 is hostile. Yeah. And so, yes, then that's turned on, and that's gonna last for 10 seconds. The lava damage, it's gonna last for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, we turn it off. So, copy paste, turn that off, and change the water state to default, so it reaches the bottom again. And what's the last thing? We have to run the lava countdown, so it counts down again. So it's a cycle, you could say. It starts over and over and over. So we could just copy it from the initialization, run lava countdown, check all conditions and all that stuff. Copy paste, and now it will run this one again. We'll wait 15 seconds. What the hell happened? We forgot to run. Okay, so paste that in here too. Forgot to run the lava countdown. The lava rising. We have to run the lava rising and the lava countdown. That's pretty important, or else nothing will happen. So save, and now everything should work. So let's try and test it out. Right, we got our lava, our 2 marines. Lava is rising, camera is shaking, and we got our message. Nothing's happening so far. And yes, the marine here dies, and he survives because he's not hitting the lava. If we go down here, he will take damage and almost die. Almost die. The lava falls, camera shakes, disappears or subsides, and it happens again. So you can just play with your settings, with the time and stuff like that, the damage and whatnot, just to see what fits you best. So this was the tutorial. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.